I-9 flew over Norbeck Country Club in Rockville today, and you can see the big mess that was left behind.
Yeah, the cleanup efforts are underway. It's going to take some time as we process all these images. Abby Larico spoke with a man in Olney whose home was slammed by a tree.
It's been a long, hot day of cleanup after a long, loud night for homes here in Olney with messes left to clean up, like this home here at the cul-de-sac of Overwood Drive. What was left of the roof has now been removed as cleanup continues, and the waterlogged home beneath it is for now condemned. We've also been seeing a lot of neighbors coming through, not just to take a look at the damage, but also to check in on people and see if anybody needs help. We spoke with the homeowner who's lived here for about 30 years or so in what he would call kind of an oasis type of home. Loved his backyard, loved all of those trees. That is, until last night when it made his home about half of the home it once was. Here's how Gary Parks describes things.
My face was up against the window and I saw sideways stuff just blowing like crazy. I said, man, this could blow this window out any second. Let's get in the basement. Then we heard the boom, and then, I could just look in the hallway, look up the hallway and see parts of the tree and doors just blowing out, and you could see through the cracks, trees going through the upstairs bedrooms, yeah. And I've had big cleanups in the back. This isn't this is devastation. Trees uprooted, trees sheared off, just sheared. I mean, I've never seen them sheared like that. In real, maybe on TV or something, but I didn't know what to do. What do? You think you know what to do? You don't know what to do. First you're in panic mode.
What did it sound like when that happened?
I think the crash was just, your heart sinks and you just, I hate to say, it's like a piece of your life just goes away,
Gary tells us that just last year they got about a dozen trees removed from properties nearby in an attempt to keep something like this from happening. Reporting in Olney, I'm Abby Larico, WUSA 9.
All right, yeah, let's get straight to meteorologist Caitlin McGrath now. And Caitlin, how strong exactly were the winds last night?
Hey, the strongest winds last night were clocked out of College Park, Maryland. The National Weather Service actually went out today to survey the damage because it was so extensive. We heard from meteorologist Michaela Lucero at the top of the show, and she told me earlier that the damage was worse than it was in Bowie when she went out there last week after the tornadoes. But check out some of the information we got from the National Weather Service today. They went out and did determine that it was a straight line wind event coming up at around 5:45. We're going to talk about the difference between straight line wind and tornadoes, but it still caused those snapped trees. Some trees were uprooted as well. We had so much rain really over the past week or so. The ground was so saturated that it didn't take much to uproot a significant number of trees. We saw some of that structural damage that Abby just showed us out of Olney. The peak estimated wind 80 to 90 miles per hour. The National Weather Service saying that's the equivalent of a weak EF1 tornado. So proving what we talk about all the time, it doesn't have to be a tornado to cause significant damage. Now,